my favorite song on this track, and this is just something personal for me because everybody's gonna have their favorite, but man, this one is, the reason why I love this one so much is because this one is a throwback to the 90s. And that's, again, because of something very specific. That's because of a certain sample. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'll tell you in a little bit. But the song is... All right, people, we asked our viewers out there, the Toasted community, what they want to see us talk about today, especially with me coming in from out of town. And overwhelmingly, people said, we want to hear you talk about Kendrick Lamar's new album, even though there's a debate over whether this is an actual album or some just glorified EP. But his album, GNX, this surprise album, whatever you want to call it, just dropped. And we're going to talk about this. Now, from my angle right here, I don't know how you're going to approach this, but from my angle, this is more of a first impressions discussion, because I listened to this as I was coming back from New York. So, you guys let us know if there's something that we missed or something we got wrong, because I didn't really, have a chance to listen to this over and over again. Do I even want to listen to this over and over again? That's what we want to talk about. Also, we're going to talk about, with this album, stories, do a little bit of deep diving with it, some things you already know. And yes, controversy, because this man don't go anywhere now without starting some shit.
I guess so. Somehow, some way.
So let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll listen to some tracks too, as much as we can, being on the stream. And we'll tell you, how we feel about certain tracks on here, give, again, a little background on the album, whatnot, especially for this man right here, because you haven't listened to it, you know nothing about it. But believe it or not, there's some things you might be very interested in right here. So, thanks to Kendrick's beef with Drake, there's this feeling with this album of, ooh, who you gonna call out next? Who you gonna slang that grade A beef on this time? In a way, he does already. Immediately with this, there's he addresses the quote unquote controversy about him hosting the Super Bowl.
What the deal, everybody? Now I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so.
Looking at this, don't you hear? Dun, 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 dun.
Right.
Or the national anthem playing or something?
Yeah.
There was a backlash with this.
Another backlash
because, and this time it was, there are people who are definitely on, they're excited about Kendrick Lamar doing the Super Bowl thing. Halftime. They had the halftime show at the Super Bowl. But there was also a little bit of a backlash. They say that, some people feel that he denied another rapper, Lil Wayne. He denied Lil Wayne an opportunity to host the Super Bowl halftime show. And he also addresses, because Lil Wayne came out and said something about it. And here, I will just show you what he said about this now, because Lil Wayne kind of felt hurt about it himself.
Your words turned into arms and held me up when I tried to fall back.
So, this is how you know that this is real heartbreak for this man. Because he didn't try to start no beef. He just came out and was like, oh, damn, man, that hurts. But, man, thank y'all for the support.
Yeah, but aren't people afraid to start beef with Kendrick?
Yeah, he almost destroyed a man's career.
Yeah.
But it did. Yeah, but, he ain't going to be completely gone. But because there's other people who still try to act a fool, and they're like, hey, stop. You're not even a rapper. Stop. But we'll talk about that a little bit. But, yeah, so... adding to this whole controversy and now this discussion here, Kendrick Lamar addressed this on his on I think this is the first track on the album, Whacked Out Murals.
Now I'm possessed by a spirit and they can't take it. Usually I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down, whatever though.
So he's talking about, I used to like Lil Wayne. I used to listen to the Carter, and now, I let him down. So, to hell with that guy. Which brought on one of the funniest responses that I've seen to a diss on a track. Lil Wayne put out a tweet and he said, man, what the I do? He said right here, he says, I just be chilling and they still come from my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love. Now,
Can you tell me what that said?
yeah, he pretty much said, don't start no shit with me.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's on.
Okay.
I like to translate hip hop tomorrow.
No, I appreciate that.
I think he still paid his respects to him.
Well, he paid his respects by saying, I don't want this to go any further. He said, I'm already a little hurt that I get to do it. So, come on, man. Why are you kicking me while I'm down?
So why is it that Lil Wayne should have got it?
I don't know. I think
Is it because he's from the area where the Super Bowl is going to be?
I really don't know.
Maybe seniority, I guess. He's been in the game longer.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know why. And there's this other thing that they feel like Kendrick got it because somehow, what's his name? Jay-Z is producing the halftime show and he's in with Kendrick, so he brought him in, kind of the inside thing. Yeah. Yeah, he's from New Orleans.
Okay.
So they kind of felt like he should have been doing it because he's from the area.
Okay. But is that how they usually choose?
I don't know.
Because I think I heard that like when you perform at the Super Bowl, you don't get paid. That's all on you.
No, you don't get paid. No, but it's that's what I understood too. But I mean, you're at the Super Bowl. It's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest spotlights you can get.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's just that, you also got to prove that you can bring a good show that's going to entertain everybody.
Listen, honestly.
And I saw people online. I don't know. I'm just saying what I saw online. People were complaining about Lil Wayne, how his performances have kind of gone downhill.
Yeah, listen, if you want to talk and this is no disrespect to Lil Wayne at all. If you want to talk just straight up business, Kendrick, what would I need to say?
Right.
I'm sorry. Kendrick's gonna bring in more people than Lil Wayne. Kendrick had an amazing year. Yeah. He pretty much ruled the charts with Not Like Us. So I mean, really, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but Kendrick, Lil Wayne did not have a huge track this year.
Yeah. Lil Wayne's relevance was doing advertisements for Uber Eats, for Pizza Hut or Domino's.
Yeah, and Lil Wayne was, Lil Wayne, I never would have thought about having him for a halftime show unless he's there with somebody else. Sorry, man, I'm speaking totally business. If you put me on if you would have put me on, a board of people who are over the decision making of who's going to play at the halftime show, why would I not choose Kendrick Lamar? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Dominated this summer.
Yeah, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing that song.
Yeah. I looked it up on Spotify, like 900 million listens or something.
Yeah, and people said, look at that hurt face. I mean, I'm really, I hate saying that looking at this picture. Right? He's looking at me. Why are you saying that, Corey? He's about to make another Instagram post right now. But, yeah, you went everywhere. I heard that song remixed. I heard a electronic mix of Not Like Us. I heard a country mix. I heard an opera mix. It's like, wow. Yeah, it was crazy how that song dominated. So, yeah. But this is making people wonder. All right, hell, here we go. It's just what we wanted from this album. Are we about to get another beef between Lil Wayne and Kendrick? And look, probably not. First of all, like I said, the man is hurt. He ain't trying to sit out there and start anything. And also, I don't think Lil Wayne has rumors of him calling underage girls. Right.
And I think they respect each other a lot.
Yeah. In fact, Lil Wayne has been known to actually be careful of having young girls around. He don't even want them on stage.
How old are you, baby? Oh no, put her back.
So listen, the reason why the beef with Drake and Kendrick was so big is because they were calling out Drake on things that had been said for a long time. That's one of the reasons why they hit so big. Lil Wayne got that kind of controversy. So there's nothing to be had from any kind of beef going on with them. So I doubt that happens. However, I don't know, you might get a little something from from him starting beef with comedians.
Yeah, he called out Bill Burr, right?
No, maybe. But yeah, so Kendrick's even calling out comedians now. So he has a line, again, in the track, Whacked Out Murals. He has a line in there about how he doesn't appreciate white comedians joking about black women.
No juices out of my cup, I sober up and knock them all off. Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman as law.
So this is kind of blown up a little bit because people are jumping on this that probably don't need to. Gary Owens was the first one to jump on this. He responded. He jumped on this and said, because you see right here, he put the lyrics, don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman, that's law. And Gary Owens says, if that's law, that makes me a criminal. And people like, Gary, sit your ass down. Stop. 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 He almost destroyed a rap megastar. You are okay, well-known white comedian. You don't want to mess with the last thing you want. First of all, you don't want to mess with Kendrick. The last thing you want to do is bring Kendrick Lamar in the wrath of a million black women down on your ass.
Right.
So he's like, sit your ass. He didn't even bring your name up. So if you're trying to get some clout with this, stop.
Yeah, that's a bad move on his part because. Gary Owens.
Oh, I love it. Gary Owens got caught.
No. Gary Owens. He existified in a rarefied air. He's a white comedian who plays to black audiences. And,
he plays black shows. Sometimes he's the only white speck at those black shows.
Yeah, but he's very popular and he's good at what he does.
Yes, he's very funny.
Yeah, he is. But there is a thin veil between what he does successfully and what could like pull him over to the side of people going like, "Hey, you white man."
Yes. People have been saying, look, man, we've been riding with you. We like you. You getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
You starting to think like now you're starting to be like that white person that said, hey, I can say the N-word now, right?
Right. And for so long he had a black wife, but they got divorced. So it's like you don't really have that protection. No.
Black shield been taken away. People are assuming and a lot of people saying that, the assumption is very much correct that the comedian is Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz, very much, unlike Gary Owens. Gary Owens might have, been toting the line, but Andrew Schultz has said some things that were considered offensive. And listen, I know they're jokes. I get it. I told you, the only time I criticize is when the jokes are lazy.
Yeah.
And his jokes were about black women. Listen, that's not off limits. Say what you want to, but they were lazy. It was about how black women are angry.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's that old shit.
Yeah.
Black women are angry. The dating, the black woman dating experience, which, hey, grow a beard to cushion the slap from them black women when they get too mad. Things like that. Like not even really that clever, the jokes. But listen, you can hear the man himself.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time.
So there you go. Black women are angry. They complain. They make you lose your hair. You better grow a beard so you can cushion the blow from them black slaps. Listen, just saying black women are angry, that's lazy and that's just feeding off a lazy stereotype.
Yeah.
That's
40-year-old joke.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, he's throwing that shit down. Hey, man, it's just jokes.
They're just jokes.
Now, this is going to be hilarious if this is the next beef. Kendrick Lamar, comedian, tells lame black jokes because it looks like he's trying to go that way. Allegedly, he responded saying, is this guy too woke to understand a joke? There we go. First of all,
you use the W word.
I'm sorry. I've never really listened to Andrew Schultz a lot. I'm not even mad at saying all these guys are racist because I think this guy's dated black women too. So he feels like, well, I get a pass to say whatever kind of shit I want to. Nah, man, that's
my dick is not racist.
Yeah. That's a lazy ass joke. And the moment that you throw that word woke down, well, I hope Kendrick he writes one song to Drake your ass.
Oh wow, it's a verb now.
It's a verb now. You go get draked. You don't put around.
Yeah, I was over at Lil Woodrow's giving a whole lecture about using the word woke. And like the minute you use that tells me everything I need to know about you. And the people who are woke don't stop using that word 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a dog whistle now.
Yeah. If you're using the word woke, it's because you're an asshole.
Exactly.
No, you're using that word woke, or it's just comedy to gaslight people who are calling you on your lame comedy, and probably your hidden racism.
Yeah.
Are now very open racism. Now, anytime somebody does that shit, oh man, well, you'll get free speech. Oh, you're just too uptight. You don't understand jokes. Everything's open season. Oh man, you too woke. Don't let them pull that shit. They're just trying to gaslight you and get you defensive for telling lame comedy. That's all. That's why I'm not uptight about shit.
Right.
Calling Kendrick Lamar woke is some face palming bullshit. It's like, oh my God, dude, don't go barking up that tree. You're gonna get f***ed up.
Yeah, the thing is, Kendrick Lamar, if you listen to his songs, whether you like him or not, the man is very conscious and smart about shit. And not just being aware, but when somebody can be clever and probably freestyle better than you can tell comedy, you better leave that alone.
Say what you will about Kendrick. That guy's got his finger on the pulse. He will use new slang and make it sound like it's 30 years old.
Yeah. Also, the song "Whacked Out Murals," it covers a lot of controversy. Even him, because the song refers to him talking about his mural being defaced right here, which you can see those two people obviously did it right there.
and laughing as they
laughing. Yeah, that ain't no food in there. Those spray paint cans in that bag right there. They laughing their ass like, hey, take that, Kendrick. No, the song itself is a response to his mural being defaced, probably in response to him claiming to be the best rapper alive. So yeah, people, if you're looking for controversy, if you're looking for just shit to be stirred up, yeah, you'll get it with this. But thing is, man, okay, beef is fun. Cool. Controversy is intriguing. It's interesting. But sometimes I just want to hear music. No bullshit.
Yeah.
I just want to hear the music.
Yeah.
And having said that, I enjoyed this album a lot. And like I said, these are first impressions. I'm not some music expert either. I talk a lot about music and I love music. I go to shows all the time, but still I don't claim to be a music critic. I'm just giving you my impressions and my limited knowledge of what I like here. And and you listen to the album, right?
Yeah, I listened to it a couple times.
Yeah, man, listen. Thing with Kendrick. Kendrick, first of all, Kendrick Lamar is an amazing lyricist, as I said. And I think that's one of the things that's really been missing from mainstream hip hop. Funny thing is, man, I can't even give you names because today I don't know names of anybody. I have a Spotify playlist where names pop up and I just listen to it. And next thing I know, like, oh shit, who was that? I can't, and I can't see them. But there's a lot of artists out there who will probably never be known, much less be, have a little bit of fame. That they're conscious, they're smart, their lyricism is great. You might not ever hear about them, but with mainstream, that's kind of been watered down. I'm sorry, y'all.
I would agree. I mean, I'm not into music as much as I used to be, but this year I've listened to two other albums I was comparing it to. I listened to Eminem's album that he dropped and the new Tyler the Creator album. And this, I would say, outshines both of those by a mile.
Everyone excuse me for interrupting the video, but we do have to give a real quick word out to our sponsor right now, which is Masterclass. And Masterclass is something that I had a free trial to, but I love it so much that I actually pay for it right now. And that's why I think you'll love it. And I think it'll make a great gift for this holiday because with Masterclass, it is the only streaming platform where you can learn and grow with over 200 of the world's best in their field. You are going to be giving and gifting unlimited learning, unlimited knowledge. Learn from any masterclass instructor anywhere on a smartphone, computer, smart TV, or even in audio mode. And look at some of the people you're learning from. Martin Scorsese, a legend. Samuel Jackson, James Cameron. I mean, these are people that you are actually learning from, and you can't argue that these are the best in their field. And to prove to you that I am using Masterclass, you can see right here, I'm currently taking a class with Mark Cuban, Martha Stewart. I've taken a class and completed it with Spike Lee. He cussed me out a lot. I loved it. And with Masterclass, there's no risk. Every new membership comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And since it's the holidays, Masterclass is feeling especially generous right now. And Masterclass always offers during the holidays, sometimes up to as much as 50% off. So do this. Go over to masterclass.com/toasted for the current offer. That's up to 50% off at masterclass.com/toasted. I want to thank Masterclass for sponsoring this portion of the show. And I want to thank all of you out there for your support. Now back to the video. If y'all have any albums that you can recommend to me too, I would love to hear them. I love getting music recommendations these days. And I welcome that because, like I said, I don't keep up with music as much as I used to because it's just, I don't buy CDs like I used to, where I had to remember, listen to them over and over again. But I mean, this one would be a hard album to top as far as mainstream goes. I mean, listen, y'all, we're living in an age where at one time mumble rap became a thing. People talking about
Sounded like a smoke alarm that needs a new battery.
Yeah, you sound like that one character from Battle of the Planets.
And repeating words. that became a thing at one time. Not it didn't dominate, but you know what I'm saying. Lyricism and being smart about your lyrics, being clever and Kendrick Lamar has great wordplay. Clever, very, very clever and witty wordplay and conscious wordplay.
I like how funny he can be. Like, it sounds like he's really having fun. And some of it, like, I'm not trying to dismiss it, but it comes across a little bit goofy, but not in a stupid way, like in a way that he's having fun.
Well, I see it playful. I even see it's goofy. And I always see him like having something to say. If there's any humor in it, it's just because he was able to take words and just, make poetry out of them because his wit is so good. But, that makes him one of hip hop's top tier best right now. Top 3, definitely at this moment. I imagine by most people's standards. But it's the production on this album that I love. The production, Martin. Look at me, production. Do you hear what I'm saying?
No, and I totally agree because my biggest problem with Eminem and Tyler's newest album, way overproduced. It's like, yes, I can tell that this cost millions of dollars. This, you can feel like that someone had something to say and there's passion behind it, and it's not overproduced, which is the worst thing of an album.
Yeah, I heard. I honestly didn't listen to the Eminem album. Tyler's latest album I heard, and I actually like it. I like it a lot.
I like it too.
I actually like it a lot. I don't know if I consider overproduced, but I do. I actually like that album a lot. But the production here on this album, first of all, you have Mustard, as everybody keeps saying, Mustard. Right there, it's become a meme now with this guy. He returns for 2 tracks, and he's returning after the success of Not Like Us, which definitely has a West Coast bounce sound to it. Now the thing is, I think that, and it's not a real criticism here. I'm just saying that his tracks, you can still tell that there's, I don't know, call it what you will, some DNA, similarities, whatever, between Not Like Us and some of the tracks that he has here now. Like the track Hey Now. You can hear a little bit of Not Like Us in there.
I got friends hoping that they make the tabloids. I put a square on his back like I'm Jack Dorsey.
Now that is a common West Coast bounce sound. I still think it's kind of similar to Not Like Us, but the track TV Off, that very much sounds like Not Like Us.
Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.
That's a Not Like Us rearrangement, y'all. All right, it's not bad, but you know what I mean. It's very like if somebody else made that, they'd be getting sued. I think the highlight of this is the production of Jack Antonoff. That's where this album really shines. And this is weird because I didn't even realize this. This is the guy who is the producer behind Taylor Swift, and everybody's not like hearing Sabrina Carpenter these days. And a few other people. But so these are pop stars. But he's produced 11 of 12 tracks here on this album. He's also the husband of, she was just in The Substance.
Margaret Qualley?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's her husband.
Okay.
But he produced 11 out of 12 tracks here, and most of them I loved, man, because there's a lot of variety on this album, man. There's a lot of different styles of production going on here.
And he's also set the bar incredibly high for himself. Good Kid, Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly are very hard to top.
See, Good Kid, Mad City is probably my favorite Kendrick album.
It's tough between those two.
Is that the one with swimming pools on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite Kendrick album, actually, because the production on that is so good. But, one of the things that's good on here is So there's a couple of tracks, one in particular that captures like that. Today, Kendrick's been known for like being, having real raw, heartfelt, honest Kendrick lyrics and songs. And, like he has one song on here that's about overcoming personal demons and the temptations of fame and success. It's called Reincarnated. And there's a lot of things going on with this track that's pretty cool. So it's him talking about the things that he's done, the things that he's avoided, the things that he's been able to overcome. And it kind of ends with him having a talk with his father, which again brings in the really clever lyrical side of this.
Ego and pride have me looking at him with resentment. I close my eyes hoping that I don't come off contentious.
Now, the other cool thing about this song is that it's kind of a diss also. It's kind of a diss track in a way. Not straightforward. It's kind of a diss track to Drake for using that fake ass AI Tupac.
Yeah, someone was telling me
bullshit.
this is like him doing his Tupac track.
That's it. If you listen to him, he's rapping like Tupac. Also, that is and if you think that that's coincidence, it's not. This he considers to be a true homage to Tupac because he's rapping like him in his style, and also that track is sampled from a Tupac track. Excuse my language. It's a track called "Made." Tupac. You've heard the song.
Machiavelli's dog. My life in exchange for yours.
So if you're a Tupac fan, you automatically recognize the sample. There's about 3 samples on this album that I recognize, which we'll talk about. But that's him talking about, you did that fake ass Tupac bullshit over there. Now I'm gonna do a real respect track to Tupac right here. Thought that was pretty cool that he did that. And plus, like I said, the song is good.
And that's how you're supposed to pay homage. Not disgrace him with AI.
Yeah, don't take the fake ass AI Tupac because everybody's like, that ain't, man, we know what you're doing.
And that's coming from someone who likes AI music, but it's like, come on, you got to draw the line somewhere. That's up.
And if he's saying that, Sean, is bad because this man's addicted to making AI songs.
I love that shit.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not of this world. I don't know these things. But hearing that AI thing, I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I was like, especially you in a war with somebody, why would you open yourself up with that?
Boy.
And it just goes to like, this is why we should not have AI, because people don't know how to use it. They're going to abuse it.
It was so many times Kendrick Lamar went out there with a gun and Drake ran in with a slingshot.
Take this on Amazon.
Yeah. Nah. I don't even like AI music, so that was major disrespect if you ask me. So that was right there. Again, the man didn't have to come out here and do like a very obvious diss. He did it in a very clever way. He made a song.
And classy.
Yeah. Like I say, man, there's a lot of variety on this album. Because that's what I loved about it, man. Because he's got a lot of things covered here, and I think that's because of the decisions made between the producer here, Jack Antonoff, and Kendrick. They got a track on here called Luther that feels like a slow jam, mainly because it samples Luther.
Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire.
So we got slow jams on here, y'all. I mean, courtesy of Luther Vandross.
Well, it's nice in that it's got that sample in it, but it's not a track that depends on a previous song.
No.
It samples that and it's got the vibe, but it's not like he's rapping over something that somebody already did.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of how what's his name? How Eminem did in Stan, where he took that song and made it his own.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's Luther Vandross. That classic. If This World Was Mine. But man, see, even you notice, like it didn't lean heavily on that. It wasn't like Vanilla Ice playing Ice Ice Baby. Depending on Under Pressure and stuff like that.
Right. Or Warren G would Regulate, where it's like, well, man, if they hadn't already done that song, what would you be doing now?
Yeah, and SZA's on that track too. So that having her vocals on there really adds to the R&B feel of it too. So man, that's a nice, real smooth blending of hip hop and classic slow jam R&B right there. I love that. And you want to talk about switching gears here? The song Dodger Blue. Now, we got some West Coast bounce influence on here, but there's a song on here that sounds like old school classic West Coast bounce.
Westchester, King Joe, Joey Function.
Man, if you listen closely, you can hear like small traces of like Computer Love, Roger Troutman. If y'all know what that is, if you listen to this song, if y'all don't know what that is, go look up Computer Love, Roger Troutman, or Zap. This is the name of the battle. So it's like old school Zap right here, which is what I love. A lot of great tracks on here, man. A lot of great tracks on here. But I think my personal favorite one, which is what I'm gonna play right now, is the one that I've been listening to over and over again since I listened to the album. Like the one I immediately went to and listened to 3 more times, 4 more times fully before. I had to like stop and work on the show. Before we get to that, got to do this early. Let me just tell y'all real quick. I'm gonna leave you in suspense. Just real quick, join me for a night of sit-down comedy over at the Broadway Comedy Club. Get your tickets by going to doubletoastedny.com. Go to doubletoasted.com. Go to broadwaycomedyclub.com and go to a little place called, and it's right here, dtmerch.com, where you can go and get your tickets by clicking that banner. Check out our videos from YouTube and get some merch while you are there. So, as I was saying, my favorite song on this track, and this is just something personal for me because everybody's gonna have their favorite, but man, this one is, the reason why I love this one so much is because this one is a throwback to the 90s. And that's, again, because of something very specific. That's because of a certain sample. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'll tell you in a little bit. But the song is Heart Part 6.
His words legendary, wishing I could rhyme like him. Study this style to define my pen.
First of all, Drake dropped Heart Part 6, and this is way better than what he did.
Oh yeah,
way better. But I think this, in my opinion, for me, this is the best song on the album because it just has everything. It's got melody. Yeah, it's got a beat I can bounce my head to. It's kind of got that slow groove track to it. But again, it's just personal for me. It's a throwback to the 90s, man. And did you, you old school, Martin, did you recognize the sample here?
I did not.
Okay, for those of you, like I said, if you know, you know. And I knew. I was like, oh, shit, is that what I think it is? That's SWV, Use Your Heart. You know SWV there.
No. I recognize SWV, and I could tell that was them. But the only song I know from them is right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
When they sampled
Human Nature.
Human Nature from, yeah. Well,
S double U.
That's it.
B.
They sampled, and now they have been sampled. And so they've been sampled for this Kendrick Lamar song. Somebody said, I'm listening to this song with my shirt open, and I'm all lubed up and everything.
Yeah.
Don't give me no ideas, y'all. But man, melody is my thing, man. And that sample adds it to this. But you combine it with Kendrick's lyrical flow. Again, it got that nice beat enhancement to it. That's my favorite song on the album. I really like it, man. But again, everybody's gonna have their favorite on there because it covers so many different styles. And I think that's the biggest strength of this album. They got a good producer who, as you said, to your credit, doesn't overproduce, just gives you an album that's coherent but has different styles and reflects the talent of the main artist.
Yeah, it lets you actually hear something instead of just a bunch of shit.
Yeah. I love that's the song I really love. But like I said, that Tupac sample, on that song Reincarnated, I really like. That's another track I love a lot. And like I said, the one that sounds like a Zap song, Dodger Blue, I really like. I think it's a good album. I think it's coming with a lot of hype. And usually when albums are dropped and they got a lot of hype and this artist already had a big year, it's hard to top that. Now, will any of these songs top Not Like Us? That was such a phenomenon. And plus it involved, a whole other layer of beef with another artist. It won't have the same kind of hype and marketing flair to it. But, is this a good album that can be listened to over and over again? Is it a good album that reflects the talents of Kendrick Lamar? Yeah, it's great for that. And they say they were about to get another album. This is not it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, take it, man.
I was going to say my favorite track that you haven't played, but the one that he previewed in the music video for Not Like Us, Squabble Up.
That's a good one.
I love that song. Woke up looking for the broccoli.
Yeah, no, listen, like I said, that's not.
Can anybody translate that for me?
He's looking for weed.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, why don't you just say
Martin,
that?
he was looking for. Martin's wrong. He was looking for a healthy meal.
Well, after all that beef, you need some.
Yeah, you need some greens.
Some greens to kind of flush it through your system.
I mean, he's not gonna be able to take a shit with all these beef. You better get some greens up in your boy.
Keep that horn on me.
All right, could be the money.
Yeah.
But let me see here. But let me see. Squabble up. No, it's like I said. That's why I want to hear what you said about this, because that's a good track too. All these are pretty much good tracks, man. But everybody has a favorite. This is the one you're talking about, Squabble Up.
God knows. Life goes on, honey, and all my babies.
Like, why is he so sad? It's like about to cry.
For the buck.
I know you know that sample right there. Yeah. So no, the production on it still sounds like a lot of very close to Not Like Us. But man, when his lyrics kick in,
yeah, it's the perfect amount of subtlety. I love it. I think Kendrick Lamar is incredibly talented. I want to see him do more, and I love the way that he's willing to take risks. And some of his stuff is not that great. Like, I didn't like his last album, but this is awesome.
Yeah, no, this is a really good album, man. Like I said, this takes me back to when I would go and buy CDs, and there's about 2 or 3 tracks that I would just play over and over again. And I do that with a lot of music today, but I do it with a lot of music that's not getting a lot of mainstream play because I'm gonna hear it anywhere, anyway. But and sure enough, this weekend I was in New York. They were already, they were bumping this in restaurants and everything. So I was like, all right, this is gonna be. This is going to get played everywhere too, and you're not going to be able to escape this.
Oh, of course. I heard at clubs people were just all chanting "Mustard!"
Yeah,
battle cry.
Yeah. Everybody's been. No, we got to get that meme that you were talking about.
I sent you a pretty funny version of it.
This is how quickly this is caught on. This is how mainstream this is. So Mustard, the producer, everybody's jumping on his meme now, even McDonald's. Honey mustard.
That's awesome.
This is, again, everybody's trying to get into the act, man. Everybody knows. Everybody knew that this is Kendrick, and it's good publicity. So there you go. I gotta find that meme that you sent over, man.
Mustard.
I think he's actually asking for mustard. I think this is coincidence.
You never seen that guy before?
No, I have not. No,
he's awesome.
No, I'm in love with him already.
He does covers of songs in his way, and it's really funny.
At first, I thought that was actually mustard on his shirt before I realized it was the best. I like that Mars like, I don't understand this world no more.
No. I mean, I don't have the context of the actual, I guess, mustard track to know what this is a parody of. So.
One of the things I don't know, because like I said, this is the first impressions for me. I listened to this today as I was arriving in from New York. I'm surprised I was able to even get as much out of it as I did.
Yeah.
I was just like, whoa, shit. I'm like, I know some of this stuff. Otherwise, it would have been very hard. But
I was surprised because I was like, so are we going to talk about something else also? Like, let's do a shitty movie. You're like, no, this is fun. I was like, okay.
Trust me.
Did I not?
Of little faith. No, you did.
I guess this time I'll trust you. Next time, not so much.
No, and thank you for the meme.
Of course.
Now, one of the things I don't know, and maybe you guys can help me out with, is the context of the car. The album's called GNK, apparently. GNX.
Is that what that car is, a GNX?
Yeah. Yeah, what's the significance of the car? That I don't know. Okay, thank you. This is Dark Mayhem. The album was named after the car in a tweet highlighting how fast it is and how the Grand National model defeated a Ferrari F40 in a race.
Someone also said that in Good Kid, Mad City, they show him in that van, or he talks a lot about the van, so he goes from the van to this.
Yeah. It's his favorite car they always wanted since a kid, so I don't know. Oh, man, why y'all be bullshitting so much? Why can't y'all never help me?
You fucking gaslight the chat.
How come y'all can't ever just help me? Y'all see I'm up here struggling. I ask y'all for help with one thing. Y'all can't ever be serious.
Yeah, they don't know shit.
They said we trash. Yeah, man. Somebody said the same year he came out. Nah, y'all. Thank you and to hell with you at the same time. Nah, man. I appreciate y'all. You did help me with some things today, sending me emails and stuff, so I really appreciate that. Thank y'all for listening to this. I hope we did a good breakdown for you, especially doing this at the last minute when I had to listen to this on a plane before I got here. But hey, what did y'all think about the album? Did y'all like it? Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.